Are you struggling to lose weight, but for whatever reason, you can't work out? Or maybe, let's be honest, you don't want to work out. I'm not here to judge, I'm only here to offer some solutions. And whilst, yes, I am a big advocate of health and fitness, I'm also a realist. And I know there are many of you who don't want to work out. That's just the reality. And I don't want you to think that you can't lose weight without going to the gym to lift weights. So, in today's video, I'm going to give you 3 tips that will help you to shift the pounds without you having to shift your butt on down to the gym. That being said, I really hope that in the near future you will take the fitness part of your health journey serious and get your body moving in order to maximize your results. But for now, let's talk about some of the ways you are able to lose weight without working out. The things that I'm going to be mentioning to you today, they're difficult. If you do all 3 things, 100% you are going to lose weight. That's just a given because it's just science. So if you do them, you will lose weight. But what I will say is they're not easy to do. Let me just show you some quick before and afters. So I look like this before, and you can see what I look like now. Now my husband, he used to look like this, and now he looks like this. And my mum, who's in her 60s, looked like this, and now she looks like that. It's very hard to make the changes that I'm going to ask you to implement, but if you do, you're going to notice some weight loss, and you're going to notice quite quickly. You should only be eating whole foods only. Now, yes, it's okay to have a cheat day every now and again. I have them sometimes, probably about 2 times a month. Anyway, stick to whole foods. Now, what I mean by whole foods is 1 ingredient foods. So say, for example, you take a courgette, some onions, some carrots, some seasonings, and you mix everything together and you cook your food. That is a whole food meal. You cannot put on weight from eating this way. Your body is designed to readily accept whole foods. Once we start eating processed foods, processed sugars, preservatives, that's when we start to put on the weight. Our body does not recognize these fake foods as real food. So it stores it as fat, and you usually start to store it in the lower section, the lower belly. You have to understand that even though we see these food items on the shelf and we see them as food, our body does not. Okay, so our body knows exactly what to do when you give it some vegetables. It knows what to do when you give it some salad. It knows where to deliver all the nutrients. But when you are eating foods that don't contain these nutrients and they contain preservatives and synthetic ingredients, your body's just like, well, what's this? What am I supposed to do with this? And so it then stores it as fat. Now, if you want to lose the fat that you have put on, cut out all of the processed foods, all of the foods that contain ingredients that you probably can't even pronounce, ingredients that you don't even know what they are. Stop eating those synthetic ingredients, those synthetic foods, and you will notice that you will begin to lose weight. So I've been plant-based for 6 years, but I began to incorporate more whole foods into my diet, and I'm noticing a significant difference with my energy levels, with my weight, with just the way that I feel in general, with my skin, even down to my eyes. My eyesight has even improved from eating strictly whole foods. So give it a try at least for a couple of weeks, and you will see that you are starting to lose weight. Give your body the foods that it needs rather than giving yourself the food that you want. Another one is to stop cooking with oils. If you are not down with this tough love, if you don't want to hear it, you're like, nah, can't hear that. No oils. What? Whole foods only? No, don't want to do that. It's like I said, this is not for the faint-hearted. This is for the strong-willed. This is for the ones who really want to make a change. They're willing to put the effort in. They don't care how hard it's going to be. They just want to get it done. Okay, this is for you. All right, you have to give up oils if you really want to see weight loss very quickly. Now, oils, okay, don't contain fiber, so it can be hard for your body to process them. Another thing about them is once you start heating them up and cooking them, now you are changing the composition of that ingredient. I mean, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but what I'm saying is you will see a difference. Give it a try, even if it's just for a few weeks. to see if you can notice the difference, like what I did, and my husband and my mum. We all noticed the difference from cutting out on oils. Now, you might be thinking, well, how do I cook? When it comes to a meal where I used to fry, say, the onions and the garlic, I no longer fry them, I saute them. So I use hot water and I saute the vegetables. I'm going to ask you something actually. Have you ever had a meal and you've asked whoever it was that cooked the meal, excuse me, where was the oil? I can't, this meal weren't very nice. It's missing oil. I need the oil. When was the last time you said that? Mind games. Okay, mind games. They got us thinking that we need to cook with oils when we really don't. And I am noticing a significant difference with my health ever since I stopped cooking with oils. Yeah, dash out the oils. This one's a good one. This one's a really, really good one. And I started incorporating this into my lifestyle about 4 months before I even became plant-based. And I noticed the difference within a couple of weeks and I was sold. And that is intermittent fasting. I'm sure you've heard of that one before. It's super effective. I do it, my husband does it, my mum does it, my kids do it. It's so beneficial to the mind and the body. If you don't know what intermittent fasting is, it's when you are only eating within a certain amount of time during the day. So, for example, you could be eating from 12 o'clock till 8 o'clock. That's your feeding window, and that's the only time that you are allowed to eat. And you don't eat again until the following day at 12 o'clock. Hope that makes sense. So you'd have a 16-hour window where you are not eating, and then an 8-hour window where you are. And during that feeding window, if you really want to see significant weight loss, then you want to be eating whole foods without oil. If you were to do all three of these things, there's no way that you are not going to lose any weight. Definitely look into intermittent fasting. I've been doing it for so many years now. Must be coming up to about 7 years now. I don't break my fast until between 1 and 2 o'clock. I swear by it. And it's so good, I need to do a separate video because it deserves its own video. If I have filmed it by the time of you watching this video, it will be linked down below. But if not, please be patient with me. I am a one-man band. I'm filming my videos. I'm editing my own videos and it takes quite a lot of time. So please bear with. But it is coming, okay? So try intermittent fasting where you are eating for only 8 hours during that day and you're being careful with the foods that you're eating. Now it will be difficult for the first couple of weeks. It takes your body a little bit of time to get used to this way of eating, but if you just push through those couple of weeks, you'll be on the other side and you'll be so pleased with yourself that you made it to the other side and you won't look back. Once you start reaping the benefits of intermittent fasting, you won't look back. Top tips for you now. If you are going to incorporate these things into your lifestyle, please do what I did and just do them one at a time. Your body could no way do all three all at once. If you just said, right, tomorrow I'm going to do intermittent fasting, I'm going to only eat whole foods, I'm not going to have any oil, you will crash and burn. Like who could do that? No one could do that unless you're like a Marvel character or something. Like I love Marvel. Anyway, let me not speak about superheroes right now. Please do take your time with this. Choose one thing. Out of those three things that I just gave you, choose one. Stick to it and do it religiously for 4 weeks if you can, at the very least, before you decide to incorporate anything else. That's exactly what I did because there was no way I could do all three all at once. So I started intermittent fasting first, and then I started to eat only plant-based foods. So I became someone who eats only plant-based foods. And then I think I cut out the processed foods and cut out the processed oils and just oils in general. And I feel amazing for it. Give it a try. Give it a try. Like I said, choose one thing, give it a try and see how you get on. And let me know as well how you get on. And if you need encouragement, just let me know because I will encourage you as well. Obviously, I would always suggest that you do your research on these things for yourself as well. And if you are someone who has decided that you want to go on a whole food plant-based diet, please look into various recipes that you yourself personally would like to eat, because you will struggle otherwise. That's what I did. Maybe you are someone that needs to do things in stages, so perhaps cut out red meat, okay, and then after a few weeks cut out white meat and see how you get on. I did weeks of research before I actually made that transition over to a plant-based diet. I knew exactly what meals I was going to cook. I knew what I was going to be having for my breakfast, my lunch, my dinner, well in advance before actually transitioning to that diet. So do your research first so that you are well equipped to go on this journey. Please do just try to do things in stages so that it's not a shock to the system. So don't be hard on yourself. Give yourself grace, okay? And just take it a step at a time. I know you know how important health is, health and fitness to be specific. So check this video out next because hopefully it will inspire you even further. Peace, love, light and blessings to you and yours, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next one. Take care.